listen. Is it love? Is it love or laughter? Is it love? Is it love?
Cedartown football. It's more than just a game. Commitment.
He's going to run it. He's going to make it.
Sportsmanship.
Touchdown, Cedartown. Beautiful pass. Beautiful catch.
Tradition.
Bulldogs win. Bulldogs win. And everybody is running out onto the field.
Cedartown High School football is on the air.
It's time for Cedartown High School Bulldog football here on WGAA and online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app. And now, let's head down to the stadium.
Welcome to Cedartown Memorial Stadium, Doc Ayers Field for the C-Day game, folks. This is the first C-Day game we've had in a few years. And to say that we're excited is an understatement.
Big time.
Steve and I, we can't stop talking about football. You know, when football season was over, you know, we went into mourning for, 3 or 4 weeks. But
I could eat. No, you don't.
No, you did not. If you did,
everybody would be laughing with me if they could see you.
It's the reverse. I ate too much, right? Wasn't active.
But anyway, we love Cedartown High School and we love Cedartown football, and it's just it's a joy for us to be here, be a part of this. We want to thank Coach Jamie Abrams for letting us put the game on video today. He had reservations about that at first, but then he just called Andrew back and said, "No, I'll go ahead and do it." And so we've got it on Facebook. If you're out there and listening, you can go on Facebook. Tell them how they can get it to it, Andrew, because I don't know how.
So you can just go to our Facebook page, WGA Radio, and if you follow our page, you probably got a notification that we went live. But just go to Facebook and search WGA Radio, and you'll see our video on our wall there. So pretty easy to find.
And just click on the wall, and it'll take up your screen then, and you can listen and watch the Cedartown Bulldogs. Aren't you excited about that?
I am too. Listen to the cheerleaders. The band's here. The field looks great.
Did you see those two cameras that Logan got us from the Rome Braves?
I can't believe that, Frank.
And and we're going to have those for the football season last year. We had a little bitty camera last year. All right, the white team's going to have the ball. They're going to have the ball 1st and 10 on the 35.
We'll start with 8 minutes on the clock in the quarter.
Frank, I believe that's Isaiah Johnson.
That's the 40, too. That's 5,
I think so, Frank.
10 white ball 30, on their own 35.
35. And Isaiah Johnson is the quarterback for the white team, and he's going to hand it off. It looks like our number 10, Harlem Diamond, and Harlem is going to have, he's going to have 7 yards off the right side there, Steve.
That's number 18, Taji Neal on the run there.
Yeah.
We were able to
gain him about 9 on the play.
Block that corner down. Did a great job.
Wow, he's a freshman, our quarterback out there.
Yeah, Isaiah Johnson, a freshman. Taji Neal, I think, is just a sophomore. So we got some young kids on this team, and we're excited about it.
Picked up 8 on the first play.
All right, motion back to the left. Give it off to number 17. He's going to have a first down.
Goodness
He goes
gracious.
over the 50, down to about the 47 or 48-yard line.
That was slamming Sammy Smith.
Well, that was a good run, too.
It was. He slammed that guy, come up to meet him, and he took off about 3 or 4 more yards right over his face.
Sure did. 1st and 10 for the white team.
Right inside the 50, Frank.
It's on about the 47-yard line. 48. Let's say 48.
Sam Smith and the quarterback, Johnson, both members of the middle school football team that was state runners-up last year.
All right, Isaiah gives it off to number 18, Neal again. And Neal's going to have a first down. He's going to be run out of bounds near the 30. I think that's the 30-yard line.
For Team White.
We don't have it 10, 20, 30,
36,
36-yard line.
Ball be placed on the
Okay, so-
36-yard line.
They've done real good so far, getting to the Reds 36. Now we need to see who we got on the Red defense. We need to see who our linebackers are,
They've run it wide
Yeah.
each time.
defensive ends. All right, Isaiah has two tight wings, one fullback behind him, motion to the wide side of the field. Give it to the fullback, number 16 this time. And he's running, and he
Runner,
evades
ball
several
carrier.
tacklers. And he's brought
C.J. Cloud.
16?
Brought down by
Yeah.
number 60,
C.J. Cloud, and
Bree Smith.
I couldn't tell who got him.
That's 2-16. C.J.
That's
Cloud.
3 16s.
Oh, okay. Well, it was one of those three.
Yeah, it's one of is either C.J. or
Jules Davis or
Jules
DeMarcus
or
Garner.
DeMarcus Garner.
I think it was C.J. Cloud, guys. C.J. Cloud was another big part of that 8th grade team last year.
All right, number 28 split way out to the left. That's Porter. And he
Look at
gives it
this.
he gives it to Slamming Sammy Smith again. And he's got a first down
Smith, ball
inside the
carrier.
20, Steve.
That's
First
about a
down for Team
16-yard pickup around left end. First down and 10. White on the move.
Aren't you excited just to watch these kids play? I mean, this is just a C-Day game, but you know, I'm glad to see them out
Ball's
there
placed
mixing
just
up
short of the
because
15-yard line.
kids who
First and
play
10 for Team White.
kids who play in this game are getting a lot of experience for next fall.
Right,
I
just a
mean,
few months.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they can't scrimmage or have 30 days of
Coach
spring
ball.
practice like we had. They only get like 10 or 15 days. All right, he gives it off to Smith again. Smith around the left end. This time he's going to be hit hard about the 10-yard line.
Brought down
I
short
can't
of
get
10.
those numbers on the black men.
Well, it's red jerseys, black numbers. That's hard
yeah.
to pick up.
The black numbers on those red jerseys, you just can't tell who they are.
Second down and about
Where's
6 coming up
Coach
for the White
Abrams
team.
at? Where would he be looking? Is that him right here on the field?
I think that's Jeremy Ruart right there.
I think Coach Abrams is on the far side with the White team.
Oh, okay.
All right. Johnson is under center. He puts a man in motion, gives it to him. He runs wide. He's going all the way, man. He's going in there for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Team White.
Taji Neal for a touchdown. He got hit in the end zone, but
Flag.
Great
There's
T. Neal.
a
Touchdown,
flag back here.
Team
Where's the
White.
referees? I see a flag. Is that a flag?
I think our own coaches are doing the
However,
Referee.
there is a penalty
doing the
flag
refereeing.
on the field.
Uh-oh. I bet we got yes holding. I tell you what, they've run left, they've run right, and it's been successful each side. The band, glory, glory to old Georgia. Gonna have to bring it right back, do it again.
all right, the ball was on the 11-yard line. He ran it in for a touchdown. And the holding penalty is going to be a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Holding penalty.
He
Team
puts the
White.
ball back to the
10-yard penalty.
22. And that's going to be second down and about 17.
The referee's got black shirt and black shorts, fellas.
And I bet they are in blue blazers. All right. All right, Isaiah. They got a straight wing tee out there this time.
Yeah.
And they move a man up to a
Slot.
tight wing. And
Supposed to go in motion.
somebody was supposed to go in motion, but they didn't. Isaiah's back to pass, and now he's just going to run it, and he's a run down. I don't know who that was that ran him down, but he was fast.
Looks like 23 Malik Frederick. He's another
Johnson, the ball
sophomore.
carrier.
Ran him down for the red team.
I'm glad you can see those numbers.
I kind of.
Yes.
It just-
Andrew has
No gain on the play.
he has
Third
young
ball, no
eyes.
doubt.
You
He's
know?
got to be, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm wearing Coke bottles on my glasses, though. So no score yet. Touchdown call back due to a holding penalty. Third down and 10. Looks
Well,
like the 15
if that was
yard
Malik
line.
Frederick, Malik is a fast young man. He got up. He caught up with Isaiah in a hurry.
Just a sophomore, Frank.
All right, running a wing tee again, but they got two tight slots, two men out to the right, and got a tackle in the backfield that time.
Somebody come
Tackle
through
made
there.
Oh man,
Backfield.
he's fired up too. What's his number?
No gain on the
62.
play.
262.
That's
He's coming off right here.
All right, that's
Oh, they helped him, Frank. That was fourth down.
That's right.
All right.
Going to turn the ball over. It's going to be fourth
Ready on
down.
the
We'll see what they
tackle
do.
for
I
the red
imagine
team.
they'll probably just go for it here.
Maybe they're going to try to kick a field goal.
AC Negrete, number 62, the sophomore.
Now, usually in these type of scrimmages, you don't blitz. But
Yeah,
they did then. They show they're going to stop them.
Well, we weren't sure if they were going to go, full after the quarterback or whatever. Looks like they're going to try a field goal from there.
All right, Drew Ledbetter is one of the quarterbacks, and he's in there to hold for this extra point.
35 yards.
Well, it's a field goal, right?
Yeah. Who is that?
Ball is
kicking,
on the
fellas?
25-yard line. I think that's CJ.
Damn. Oh, my gosh.
Man.
Looks good.
He split the upright with it.
C.J. Washington.
All right,
Start
C.J.
and good.
Washington steps in, and he kicks that field goal for the white team.
35 yards.
Man,
Your score with
Had plenty of
3:16
room, too,
remaining
didn't it?
in
It did.
the
It went
first. Team
40
white
easy.
3, Team red 0.
he kicks like Philip Gamage did. He's
Yeah,
a straight
straight
on
up.
kick.
Yeah.
Philip
Conventional.
Gamage, and remember Philip Gamage was a good kicker, and who was that kicker before Philip? It was
I'm trying to remember the guy that kicked when we won state. There was one in between that one and Philip. Oh, wow. We're going back, 55 years.
55 years. Yeah,
It's always fun to play in the CD games, wasn't it, Frank?
yes.
I mean, you still had that intensity. You're fired up. If you don't, you're going to get hurt.
We have a lot of wonderful sponsors, and we've got some people who are across the board sponsors. Steve,
Awesome.
Rocky and Patty Tillery at Polk County Public Service. Rocky also owns the Cedartown Automotive. They're across the board, and Croker's Hardware, Scotty Tillery and Rocky own that, and they're across the board sponsor, along with the Cedar Valley Golf Club.
Yeah.
And we were. I was talking to somebody about the Cedar Valley Golf Club. I think I was talking to my brother John about it, and John was saying that Rocky had that one really looking good, and then he bought Cherokee.
Yes. He's got it. I played out there a couple
Listen,
of
they
weeks
both
ago.
look
Wow.
good.
Oh,
They
man.
both look
He's
really
putting
good.
some money
Yeah.
in. Thank goodness for Rocky.
All right, Reese Tanner is in. No, Drew Ledbetter is in at quarterback for the red team, and Drew is going to hand the ball off, trying to go to the left side. The young man came up and made a great tackle. That was number 17. That was slamming Sammy Smith.
Mikey Esquivel was the
On
runner. We got a flag on the play in the
Run
backfield.
for Team red.
Had to be motion probably. They'll refuse it, make it 2nd and 9 instead of 1st
Flag
and
on the
15.
play, not a gain on the previous
Holding,
play.
he's saying. That's a 10-yard penalty. What'd you take, 1st and 20 or 2nd and 9, fellas?
And Coach Abrams said penalize him.
Push him back.
Remember the cheerleaders used to say, push him back, way back.
And that's been a long time ago.
It has. All right, the ball is on the, what is that, the 19 or the 24?
24. And let's see, CJ plays.
First
I
and
can't
20
count these lines
for Team
quick
red.
enough
Ball
to
on the 20.
include them in my addition. All right, we got two tight slots, and Drew fires it out to the left, and it hit the young man. He should have caught the ball.
He, both hands. He just, I don't know what happened.
Ledbetter's
Good
pass
pass
is
there by
incomplete.
Ledbetter.
Yeah.
Going to bring up 2nd down and long.
Try to get over there to Johnny Logan. He's another sophomore for the red team.
2nd down and long, ball still on 25.
2nd down at 25. Is that Coach Abrams standing right down there? I don't know.
Well, I like him. He's
Okay.
good. He knows his stuff.
All right. Drew fumbles the snap. Ball's on the ground.
Fumble on the play.
He was able to get back on it. But a lot of times,
Recovery made by
Steve, when
Ledbetter.
the center
Going to bring up
and
3rd
quarterback
and
have a
long.
bad snap, that noseman, if the quarterback dives for him, he tries to hit him with a forearm and knock him back,
He can do it. He can do it. Who is the nose man for the white team? He looks big, doesn't he?
He's a big boy. Number 64 is a defensive tackle.
61.
Lucas Neal.
That's Jacoby Diamond.
Okay.
Kobe Diamond.
Oh, they got
All right.
a blitz on.
All right, Drew rolls out. Got a man in the flat.
Can you believe
He's
that?
got the ball. He's going to go out of bounds.
That's
It's
about
Yeah, it's about a 12-yard
12
gain.
yards. That's all.
But it's going to be 4th down
Going to bring up 4th down.
and about 8 yards to go.
4th and 8 coming up.
They'll have to punt, don't you think, Frank? Oh, they will have. Yeah, he's going to stay in. Quarterback staying in.
He swung it out to Mikey Esquivel, the number 29 for the red team.
Okay, you know what I'd
Well,
do
he
here,
made a
gentlemen?
good catch out
He
there.
sure did.
I'd run back this way and throw the same pass play on this
Last
side.
catch made
20
by
seconds to
Esquivel
go in the
for
quarter. Looks like they're going to let the quarter
Team
run
red.
out. They're pretty much
Time out
letting
on the
the
field.
letting the time run, but looks like they're going to call time here with 11 seconds.
Oh, they did stop it. Okay.
All right, we're at a break, and we want to thank some of our other cross the board sponsors. Let's see. One of the other cross the board
Bradford's.
sponsors is Bradford's Drug Company, Daniel's Green Service.
That's right.
And I think that's all of them, isn't it?
That's all we have right now. And if you want to be one for the upcoming season, let us know. Give us a call at the radio station. Not only will you be on radio, you'll be on video as well. You'll get some great coverage. And you'll be supporting our broadcast of Bulldogs football, softball, basketball, baseball, and
All of it.
maybe even some soccer this
That's
spring
right.
as well.
I was talking to somebody who wants to sponsor some of the soccer broadcasting. Steve Baldwin and I will not be the announcers
Are
for
you
soccer.
kidding me? You're going to
okay?
be the
We
you're
got
gonna be
loose.
the expert, right?
We might could be the color.
Our
I mean,
wheels are loose. I can't.
we could definitely provide color for a broadcast like that. But
Yeah, look at him run. That was a 40-yard punt, whoever that was that punted the ball.
That's
Of course,
right.
they marched it off. All right, White going to do it again. It's 3-0, White.
all right, I got a number 14. I think is split out to the right.
Ashton Turner,
Aston Turner.
another freshman. A lot of freshman guys out here.
All right, Isaiah rolls out here to the right, looking down the field. He
got a
throws
man. Oh,
he
he's
throws the
strong.
mess out of it, but it hit about 2 or 3 feet in front of this
Isaiah
kid.
Johnson's pass is incomplete.
That was a long pass, Steve.
That was high and deep, wasn't it? Looked good.
He did what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to throw that ball up in the air and let your receiver
Run to
run
it.
underneath it.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like we're having some changes.
Well,
on
it's the
offense.
end of the quarter.
Oh,
All right, that's after 1 quarter of play. It's the white team 3, the red team nothing. We'll take a 60-second timeout. We'll be back in a moment.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown. The Ford dealership in Cedartown is now Peach State Ford. Peach State has been serving Georgia Ford customers since 1974. Peach State Ford will offer Ford's dependable line of trucks, cars, SUVs, along with parts and service. Arthur Banks, the general manager of Peach State Ford, wants to create great relationships with his customers. If you're in the market for a car today, go by and see Arthur and his staff and get a great deal. Call them at 770-748-3673 today.
Let's get back to Cedartown Bulldog football on the Big AA.
All right, Reese Tanner in at quarterback this time for the white team, and he fumbles a snap.
oh God.
And, I'm sure that's disappointing for Coach Abrams. I think he's got the first team
Tanner on the recovery.
offensive team in there right now because I see Reese Tanner, and I look back there behind him, and I see
C.J. Washington's
number
back there.
27, C.J. Washington.
The hoss. Good gosh, look at his legs.
Steve and I were talking about the play where C.J. got the ball against we'll talk about that in a minute. C.J.'s up to the line of scrimmage. He gets a snap this time, fakes it, and he's rolling out,
Across the middle.
and he's going to take it himself, and he's going to run out near the
Tanner,
first
the ball
down
carrier.
marker. He picked up 8 or 9 yards.
Listen, guys, what we want to see Reese do is become more of the dual threat that we know he can be. And, with runs like that, he had some flashes of some dual threatness last year, and that's one thing they want to develop with him is to become more of a dual threat quarterback. Runs out there with about 3 yards to go before the first down.
I guess he's down if they touch him because they can't tackle him.
Right.
Quarterbacks.
CJ was blitzing the quarterback against Manchester, you remember? Yep. And he ran in there toward the quarterback, and he threw his hands up, didn't hit him, just ran into him, and the quarterback was knocked down, and he got a concussion.
Hit him back.
And the only place that he hit the quarterback was with his shoulder pads, and the quarterback's face was right there in CJ's. That's CJ. He's kicking the ball.
It looks like what they're doing, guys. They're just they're practicing situational type things.
Right.
That's good.
It may not be first down, second down, third down, fourth down.
Yeah. That's really good for the team to do that. I mean, we used to do that a lot when we practiced when I played. It's good to practice situational football.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know it, you won't know what to do.
That's about
when you get in
yards.
when you get into that situation.
33-yard punt there by CJ.
All right, let's see. 5, 10, 15. I get mixed up. 5, 10, 15, maybe. 20, 25, 33. You're right.
So it looks like CJ may be the guy we go to for punting this year, and maybe even at least for the place kicking.
All right, they handed it off to the fullback that time, and he was stopped. That was C.J. Washington,
he was
Harlan Diamond.
Most of the players. I believe this is the first string defense in this round.
Eli Barrow, the ball carrier.
Eli Barrow had the ball, too. So
Pack of dogs.
He probably pulled it out of his hand.
Lost about 3 on the play.
Which number is Eli?
Patrick Gardner is playing.
Gardner.
He's playing a defensive end or defensive tackle. Yeah, defensive tackle.
Barrow's number 12, Steve.
All right, and there's a throw out to the flat. Number 8's got it. And number 18 makes a great stop. Number 18, that's Taji Neal.
That was Ledbetter throwing the football. Fellas, that was beautiful.
And Donald Knight with the receiver. Donald's going to be an upcoming senior, guys, and he's going to be a target, I think, for passes this year. He's going to be one of the guys the Dogs turn to on the wideout to try to complete a few passes.
All right, Donald splits way out to the left. Out there covering him's number 14, and I don't have a 14 for the white. But this time Ledbetter rolls that. Got a man in the flat. He's got a first down, folks. That was a great-looking play.
First down.
A little fake up the middle.
Eli Barrow,
the linebacker.
Eli Barrow playing fullback made that catch.
Oh, was that Eli?
Yeah.
That was too fast for Eli. he was motoring that kid.
Yeah, he was.
Man, I'm excited about next year. Lord goodness.
I
don't
am
want to
too.
wish our lives away, but it'd be great if it was next week.
Well, these boys.
exciting.
Well, these boys have a lot of workouts, practice, conditioning, but they'll be ready when that first game comes. And I told y'all this last year. I like how the line runs up to the line of scrimmage. I hand it off this time, running off the right side, and Taji Neal was in there to make that tackle, along with number 12 or number 13,
Xavier Hargrove on the
Jordan
carry
Johnson.
for the red team.
That's got to be our first string defense. Look how big they are. They're so fast.
Yeah, look how big Jordan is. Man, he looks like he's grown since last year.
He has, yeah. He's an athlete.
Xavier Hargrove, the one running the ball there for the red team. He's a rising
getting punished.
junior.
Xavier had some good runs last year. All right, to give it to Eli. Eli tries to go up the middle, and there's just nothing there.
Red team.
Patrick Gardner in there, number 7 is in there. Deshaun Ware.
About Darden, is he number 6? Is he there?
Jaquan Darden.
Yeah, they met him at the line of scrimmage. Number 72 is in there.
That's how Eli does.
Yeah.
His
Jay Barnes.
And he probably got up and they said, how's that feel to get hit like your house? He like getting
You know,
hit.
Jay Barnes was our outstanding defensive tackle last year. They got him lined up at nose man right now.
And he wanted me to tell you guys to make sure you call him Jai Barnes because Jai is his
right.
correct name.
Well, Jai is a hoss.
He is a hoss.
All right, they tried to throw it out in the flat that time, or out to the wing, and the ball was incomplete. That's going to bring up fourth down, so I guess we'll have another
pass
punt.
brings up fourth down for
I'm
the red
impressed
team.
with Drew Ledbetter at quarterback, fellas. He was rolling to his left and threw a strike. That's hard to do for
Intended for
right-handed
Donald
quarterback.
Knight.
That was impressive. It was a rope. It was a clothesline throw, too.
You know, we really need to have Drew come and be a complete quarterback because Reese he played both ways last year, and it was tough
Yes, sir.
on him a lot of times. All right, we got another punter. Who is that, Andrew?
Can't really tell from this angle. See if we can get a good look at him.
There's a snap and the kick, and it's off the side of his foot, number 17. That's Sammy Smith.
I got a good roll. Thank you very much. The shank.
Yeah, and
17
folks,
Smith on the punt.
he shanked that one just a little bit, but I saw him in college last year kick it right out of bounds for the University of Georgia. You know,
That happens.
I mean,
Listen, it happens at the pro level.
Yes.
I mean, it was like not even a 10-yard punt. It was like a 1 or 2 yard punt.
He got up under the bench on the sideline, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, folks that are listening back home, you know, if it sounds like we're kind of fumbling for names, you know, this is the first time we've seen all these guys, and a lot of new faces out there for the Bulldogs, especially some of those 9th and 10th graders that are getting chances to play right now.
And we're so happy for them.
We are too.
But
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
can't see the numbers for the red team, and we apologize for that. All right, Reese hands the ball off this time to C.J. Washington, and man,
ball carrier.
number
Who was that that come
I
up?
think that was our buddy Eli Barra that came up and made that tackle. Yes, it was number 12.
Mr.
Eli
Fast.
Bear on the
Yeah.
tackle.
You know,
Gains about one on the
you
play.
talking about a
Second
state
down and 9 coming
prospect
up
with
for the white
Eli
team.
Barra and a state prospect with C.J. Washington, and those boys just met head on, and C.J. picked up 1 yard.
Jordan Johnson lining up on the left side as a wide receiver.
All right, Reese rolling out to the right, hits a man. Oh, and he slipped down. Oh, that was number 24 with a
Kamari
reception,
Davis.
Kamari Davis. And my dad, I did that one time in the C.J. game, C-Day game, and my daddy said,
Davis
"Wow,
on
he
the
tripped on a
interception.
blade of grass." You remember that?
Yes, I do.
About 5 on the play, 3rd and 5 coming up.
That was another impressive pass there by Reese. He rolled to his left. He's a right-handed quarterback. Put the ball on.
That's
the
right. My mama got mad at him for saying that.
Timeout on the field.
All right, timeout on the field. We'll take a 30-second timeout, Andrew, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to Cedartown Bulldog football on the Big Double A.
All right, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
That's just
folks.
what I was fixing to say. Isn't it? It's gorgeous.
Beautiful day. God has really blessed us with
Third and
wonderful
5 coming
weather
up.
this week, and today is just a great day.
Defense going to hunker down here. We will see.
Coach Abrams decided just to play 8-minute quarters instead of 12 minutes because the kids aren't in perfect shape right now.
There's a lot of people out here.
All right, Reese is going to hand it to C.J. C.J.'s got some
Washington,
running
the
room,
ball
but he
carrier.
doesn't get a first down. Let's see who made that
And a
tackle.
couple on the play.
Who is that getting up there?
Number 12, Eli Barrow
That's Eli
again.
Barra.
Gonna bring
Eli
up third
is
down.
everywhere.
That's what I was telling folks, about Eli. Everywhere the ball was last year when he was on defense, wherever the ball went, that's where Eli went.
He's getting punished out there.
Sound like Tommy Novus, too. Novus was
down,
like that
coming
at
up.
Falcons.
You know, C.J. Washington ain't no skinny dude to tackle.
No.
All right, it's 4th and 3, so they're going to go for it. Reese gives the ball to C.J. C.J. is trying to get it. He's not going to get it, folks. Not going to get it. Eli Bear stopped it.
Red team. Look at Bear and him jumping up.
It was
down.
Patrick Gardner got the handoff, guys.
Was that Gardner?
Was
It was
it?
Gardner.
right.
It's close.
A turnover.
It's really close, but it's going to be just short.
Yeah, the nose is right on the line, and the pole is on the other side of the line.
Well, whoever spotted that ball didn't spot it good because he was at least a half a yard short of the line.
All right, we're going to have a measurement, and I wouldn't.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
you got to remember, too, that we don't have real officials out there right now. We got coaches and middle school coaches.
I see Jamie Diamond out there.
Yeah. I think Coach
I can tell Jamie, look at him. He's huge.
it's because Jamie is the biggest one out there.
He's a hoss.
I think Coach Colquitt's out there, too.
Number 71, Jai was standing right next to him, and Jamie was big, huh?
Wow.
And Jamie was bigger than him.
3-0 white team over the red team, 2:03 to go in the first half.
But we're not going to say anything about Jamie Diamond because Jamie is the all-time tackler for the Cedartown Bulldogs.
They're gonna give him a first down.
First down for the white team.
They're gonna give him first down.
Everyone will work the offense some more.
You got the call correct. They gave it to him, Andrew.
They gave it to him. Of course, I mean, it's a scrimmage. No holds barred, right?
Absolutely. All right, you got to wait till we get the chain set over there, fellas.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
All
matter.
right. Reese drops back, got a man wide open down the field, put the air in it. He's got it.
He caught
He's
that
got
ball.
it down on the 10-yard line.
Who was that, fellas? Was that not a beautiful pass, number
Jordan
13?
Johnson on the catch.
Jordan Johnson. All right. Well, we know
First down,
that
Team White.
Reese can throw the ball up there in the air this time.
that looked like fun.
And he threw it and let him run up underneath it, and Jordan made the catch. It's about a 35 or 40-yard pass. The ball is inside the 15 on the 14.
Not goal to go at the 14.
All right, Reese under center is going to give it to number 24, and he slides down before he gets to the sideline. Picked up maybe
Davis,
a yard
the
or
ball
two
carrier.
on the play. Maybe they're just going to give him one.
Gave him about one on the play.
That's Camarion Davis. So it's going to be second down. What are they going to have to do? They're going to have to get in a hurry because the clock is running. All right, Reese calls it. I like how the offensive line runs up there.
It looks great, doesn't it?
And they've got a broken bone looking thing this time. And Reese runs out to the left and he's tackled in the backfield. Who was that?
Tanner's going to be sacked in the backfield by
Number 42, Demario Sims.
number 42.
Remember, Demario Sims, one of those names that we called out a lot on defense last year.
A lot.
He's going to be a senior this coming season. Going to have a lot of really, really good seniors coming up next year. Great junior and senior class, but also some great underclassmen. They're going to be a big part of this team.
Well, a lot of these juniors and seniors are good leaders, because they were outstanding in other sports. Just like Reese Tanner was a good baseball player, Jaden Johnson was a good basketball player.
Eli Bear, a good baseball.
And they took leadership responsibility on those teams, and they're going to have to do it next year on the football team.
Well, speaking of Reese Tanner, he was the number 2 starting pitcher and a great center fielder for the Cedartown baseball team. And he is a natural-born leader, and that's why he's out there. And he's a great young man, a very smart young man, and a guy you want out there to control that offense.
Here we go.
All right, Reese lines it up. We're going to slot to the left. Reese is going to roll out, fire it down the field. Got a man open in the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Number 7, that's Deshaun Ware.
Deshaun Ware. Tanner Reese to Deshaun
Wow.
Ware. Touchdown, Team White.
Was that not a pretty pass? Yeah, that was a good play.
He rolled
And a
to his
pretty
right.
pass.
He put it on the money.
Reese played center field for the Cedartown baseball team. And so I guess it means that Reese can throw the ball
He has an
a
arm.
long way now.
Yes, sir. Play in the outfield, you got to have an arm.
All right. We have some confusion on the field right now, but that's okay. Number 27, C.J. Washington's
They have
coming
not
in.
had their full summer practices yet. They're still trying to gel, get everything going. It's, you expect stuff like this right now.
Absolutely.
Ledbetter's holding it. Washington snap.
There's the kick. That kick is.
If he keeps kicking that
good.
Kick is up.
If he keeps kicking that good, Steve, we're going to be in for
offensive show.
That keeps you in the ball game. Extra points and field goals. Right. And CJ's made a field goal and an extra point in this game today.
10-0 lead for the white team.
All right, the red team coming out on the field.
Looks like the first string defense is coming back out.
One thing we're not doing, and that's certainly to be expected in a game like this, we're not kicking off. We're not doing those.
But those are the things where you get hurt.
That's right.
And you don't want to hurt your own kids,
especially in the spring.
Right.
I'm sure we'll be having a summer camp.
Well, they're going to Wing T camp, and that's one of the things they've been raising money for with the popcorn sale that they had a few weeks back. I bought more popcorn than I'm ever going to use, but they're going to be.
Was it already popped or?
You have to, I think you
have to pop
I
it.
think it's already popped, but I'm not exactly sure. I just bought it to support them. But anyway, yeah. So
Team Red with
they've
the
been
ball.
doing that to raise money for Wing T camp.
All right, Ledbetter rolls out to the right, got a man. Put the ball right on him, and his feet went out from under him. That was number 8, Donald Knight.
Bless his heart. What a throw. Roll out to his right. Nailed him right on the numbers.
I mean, it hit him right in the letters.
He's asking him to stop the clock. Stop the clock. Referee down there hollering, stop the clock. Stop the
Well, we're handicapped because we don't have our regular clock operators and we don't have our regular officials on the field. But this is fun. These kids are having fun.
Yeah, especially the white team.
All right, they come up to the line of scrimmage. Ledbetter up under center, has 2 receivers out to the left, motion to the left. Ledbetter's going to roll to the left, flushed out of the pocket, and he's running.
Don't hit him.
He's running, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
A little bit before back to the line of scrimmage.
I think they called time because the clock has stopped.
Well, the red offense is pretty hard to run against the white defense, number 1 defense.
Well, Jai Barnes is gigantic, and he's right there in the middle.
You can't block a dude like that. 2 people would have a hard time blocking.
That's right.
If you double team or triple team a player, someone else is open. I shall look forward to our season.
Well, we open up the year at in a scrimmage at Cass, and then we go to Denmark for the first game of the season over in Alpharetta.
Oh, I thought we had our airplane tickets booked already if we're going to Denmark.
Oh, yeah.
To Copenhagen.
Yeah. They went to the
Have your
playoffs
passport
last year,
ready.
didn't they? Oh, Denmark.
Denmark has a good football program. They're a
7A.
newer school. I think they're 6A, but they're definitely a much bigger school than Cedartown. And
Well, that means we're going to be playing 2 6A teams because Manchester is a 6A team.
New Manchester is too. And then, of course, you've got the Rockmart game, which you can throw out classifications for that game, and the same goes for the Calhoun game. We have to go to Calhoun this year, and up there, it's a tough place to play.
It's a tough place
3rd
to
and
play.
10 coming up for the red team.
But it's like going to a college place to play because they have got a lot of stuff up there.
Look here.
All right, Ledbetter has a man. And it's intercepted back on the 45. Number
he get a go?
13 has it.
Jordan Johnson.
And that's Jordan Johnson made the interception, and he takes it all the way back to about the 35-yard line.
In the half.
And that's the end of the first half.
2 seconds.
I doubt that they bring somebody out to run anything. But they
I'd
might.
throw it in the end zone.
They're going to.
Practice.
And, we're up here, too. We don't know if they're going to do like a full halftime or like a halftime of some sort or whatever. Maybe just kind of regroup for about 5 or 10 minutes and come back out.
All right. Reese under center throws it down the field, and it's just short. Looked like we had holding in the defensive backfield, but it wasn't called.
And that will do it. At the end of the first half, the red team 0, white team 10.
They were going for C.J. Washington, who was streaking down the middle of the field. But the ball just short. Hey, it's here at halftime. It's 10-0 on the white team. Steve, when I played at Cedartown High School down at Grayfield, I don't think the team that I was on ever won the C-Day game.
Well, my sophomore, junior, and senior year, I was always hurt. I didn't even get to play.
You didn't?
Ty Johnson broke my shoulder, or I broke an ankle, or something. Seemed like, and we'd have 6 weeks of spring practice.
Yeah.
Finish with a C-Day game. I'd go all the way down to about 5.5 weeks, and I'd get hurt. That wasn't fair.
Well, I got my ankle hurt one time. I sprained my ankle in a tackling drill. Danny Grimes tackled me, and my ankle planted. It was my right ankle, I think. Yeah, it's my right ankle planted, and when Danny hit me, it just stayed in the ground. And I heard a big pop, and that thing swelled up like a balloon. And I remember they sent me to Dr. Livingston. You remember Dr. Livingston?
Yeah, the chiropractor.
Yeah.
Right there where the Huddle House is now.
Yeah.
On the corner there.
Sent me to Dr. Livingston, and I had all kind of treatments to that. He did ultrasound, and
Your daddy would say, Dr. Livingston, I presume.
that's right. Well, we got a lot of quality players on this team.
73 players.
Yeah, Donald Knight's going to be a senior next year, and Demario Sims, Jaden Weems,
Malik
Blyden.
Then, of course, you've got Jaquan Darden Frank and Deshaun Ware and Jordan Johnson, seniors.
All those kids played a lot, and
C.J.
Washington's going to be a senior. It seems like we've been watching him play forever. I can remember when he was a sophomore.
Well, he played as a freshman too. I mean, he had a lot of playing time out there.
He was a terror when he was a sophomore, though.
He was
playing at defensive end. And Braden Stocks is going to be a senior. Jaden Robinson, Jai Barnes, Jalen Stevenson, Dadrian Poole. So we got quite a few seniors, and we got some really good juniors coming up.
14 seniors, I counted.
Quintavious Dorsey, Carlos Jones, Harlem Diamond. I called Harlem Diamond all year. I finally got it back.
It takes Frank a few times to repeat it to get it
a few
remembered.
Games. That's right.
But he remembers now.
Eli Barra, Xavier Hargrove, Dustin Green, Peyton Nicolopoulos. I can say that name now. I've been saying it for 2 years, so I can say Nicolopoulos.
17 juniors.
Ari Vasquez, Grant Dempsey, Grant Dempsey is a young man I know a lot about. I've seen him grow up in First Baptist Church. He's Joe Anderson's grandson.
He's also he's also a good basketball player too.
That's Brad's boy.
Yes, it is.
Brad Dempsey. Yeah.
Patrick Garner is one of our. And you know, last year when he came over from Rockmart, we were so happy. But he had been a pretty good player the year before when he was just a freshman for the Rockmart Yellow Jackets, and so we got him now. Reese Tanner's a junior. Kamarian Davis is a junior. Cornell Medlin is a junior. Zach Tillery.
That's Todd's son.
That's Todd Tillery's boy.
He's grown. Gosh, he's gotten big.
Damarian Gibson. And Caleb Dallas and Philip White and Hunter Thornton. Got a lot of good juniors. And we got tons of sophomores and freshmen. Our sophomores are Drew Ledbetter. And I'm so excited about Drew just being a sophomore, too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Malik Frederick is a sophomore. Mikey Esquivel is a sophomore. And Ajayan Logan, Parker Bentley, Marcus Blankenship. How do you say that name?
I said
AC Negrete.
AC Negrete, yeah.
AC Negrete. Then we have Dakota Montoya, Bryson Amos, Cade Wheeler, Jamison Barclay, Demarion Martin, Landon Perry.
Penny.
Landon Penny, right. Landon Penny and Edgar Camisio Martinez. And then going on for the white team, Taji Neal is a sophomore. Renate Porter. And Ronaldo Segura. And that's all the sophomores on the white team. They don't have many sophomores. And there's a ton of freshmen. Why don't you announce the freshmen, Andrew?
I will, and I'll kind of give a little background on these guys too.
Because you know a little bit more about them.
Well, as we mentioned before, this past 2020 season, this now upcoming freshman team, part of that
they went
really
to the
good middle
state
school.
championship.
They did. Played at Wheeler High School in the state title game in the Georgia Middle School Athletic Association. Some of the guys that I remember, Aston Turner was really good. Of course, Xavier McLennan is a new face that, as far as I know. Kamarian Brown, Seth Brown, also Jaquavian Price, Michael Gibbons Jr. Listen, that's another football name we all know very well.
Well, listen, who was it they played in the state championship?
It was a much bigger school.
It was a 7A. It was a 7A middle school team that we lost to.
Orlando Lopez is another one. Noah Holiday and Reese Smith and Tay Harris. And Tay Harris, I believe, was one of those middle school players that got hurt in the middle of the season last year and had to have surgery. But he's fine now. Isaiah Johnson is one of the quarterbacks we've seen. He was the quarterback for the middle school team last year.
He's already thrown the ball well.
Yes, he has. C.J. Cloud, a running back who we've seen in action. C.J.'s really good. He can also kick pretty well. Jules Davis is good. DeMarcus Gardner is Patrick Gardner's younger brother. Sam Smith, also we've seen him run the ball a little bit.
Slamming Sammy Smith.
Yeah, that's
Steve's already nicknamed him.
That's his nickname from here on out. That's right. Grayson Kemp, also Cody Addison, Jacoby Diamond. We've seen him out there. Jacoby Diamond, he is a hoss out there. Lucas Neal, a ninth grader. Kelly Richardson. Kelly, by the way, is Everett Kelly's his nephew. Everett Kelly's nephew.
Okay.
And also, let's see who else we have from ninth graders. Jeremiah Bull and Zach Gray, Jacob Davenport, and Cooper Peak. And those are your ninth graders.
And that's a lot of ninth graders, Steve.
I know it. We've got a solid team, I think, coming up. 73 players.
Now, not all these will be varsity, of course. This is JV and varsity all dressed out at the same time. Several of these guys will be JV. Most of the freshmen and some of the sophomores and maybe even a junior or two. But
They get to dress out home games.
you'll get to see them out there for sure. So this is really, we've seen some good things here early on, and it being, May 21st today, these guys are looking pretty good. Still got 10 minutes on the clock before we head on to the second half. But, this is...
I would say the turnout here in the stands are more than regular season's turnout last year. I mean, they're from one end to the next.
Well,
Good turnout.
you got the state playoff middle school team coming up, and they're all a part of this game tonight.
That's right.
And they had a big following, so we probably have a bunch of mamas and daddies from that bunch coming up here, and it's really wonderful that you have this many kids on a team, because that means you got that many mamas and daddies.
Well, not to mention a lot of students out here too, and even some members of the community that may not even have a kid on the team. There's been a lot of excitement. The team going as far as it did last year in the playoffs. That we had that game against Bainbridge here. Back in December. We all know that's a game that didn't end the way we wanted to, but, man, we had some great fan support. The student section was great. It was really a great playoff run for the Bulldogs last year, and I expect them to go that far, if not farther.
Yeah, I hope so. And we just had some kids hurt. I mean, that's the reason you want 70 or 80 players on your team, because attrition takes its toll on a football team as the year runs along.
It really does, Frank, and I think a difference you're going to see this coming season, and I think it's going to be a difference with every team. Last season, this team did not get to go to camp. They did not get to have a spring practice. They did not get to have any kind of normalcy they would normally have.
Right.
You finally were able to get to football practice in the summer, but you had to practice in these pods and in these groups to keep everybody separated and have the required social distancing, the COVID stuff that we had to deal with last year. This year we don't have any of that. And I think that's going to be a huge difference maker for the Bulldogs. And guys, despite all that, they had a great season last year and were able to go as far as they did.
The very first game, we had 9 players in quarantine, which they couldn't practice. That's why they called off the first game against Carrollton.
Right.
Remember?
Right.
Yep.
And we didn't have our players. 9 of them were starters.
Right.
And then the following week, that same week, Rockmart kicked off and played a game. Okay, then the following week, that was our first game. That was our first scrimmage, almost together as a team.
And that was the Rockmart game. At Rockmart, that was a tough game to get into with all the emotions.
Rockmart had the talented quarterback, but I'm going to tell you something. He had run all over us that year before. You remember that?
Oh, yeah. He was the one that threw a touchdown.
And when we played him last year, he threw 2 touchdown passes last year, which was the difference in the ball game. But our defense played really well, but we didn't have the offense going at that time.
They got to play their first game against the Rome Wolves. I went up there and watched that football game, and that little quarterback, they ran him the whole first half, fast as greased lightning. Second half, he couldn't do nothing. He was having back cramps, leg cramps. He was on the sideline more than he was in the game. But he was ready when he played us that next week, which we didn't have any practice or anything.
It's the conditioning that you have to do, because, and you guys know, you're former football players. You know that in the summer you've got to build yourself up. You've got to build yourself up with the strength and endurance to be able to physically take the beating you get in one football game, but especially the whole season. And I think Coach Abrams, his plan when he first came here back in January was to have a spring game in 2020, but COVID-19 happened. And all those plans, went by the wayside.
Yeah. He didn't even know his players.
So basically,
he went about 7 months before he even could get out on the field.
That's right. That's right.
That's it.
So basically, this is technically his first full actual spring and summer with these guys, where he's actually able to be out there with them and be with the whole team.
And we have a good crowd here at Cedartown High School, and I think the community is excited about the prospect of having another winning season this coming year, because we have so many good seniors that came off that team from last year, and our juniors are really, really skilled players,
very talented,
and are good players.
And the community knows that. Like Andrew said, we followed them all these years. They're real good.
Of course, we all know C.J. Washington. He's committed to play at UGA and on defense for UGA. But he's going to be one that we really turn to. This upcoming season to be kind of a leader. Of course, we mentioned Reese Tanner as well. Another one we're going to turn to, and we would imagine Reese would probably be the number one quarterback. Of course, you never know what happens in summer practice. There could be a challenge there, but Reese seems to have that upper hand there. And I'm excited to see how these guys come out of the wing T camps that they're going to. Because
we've already seen that that Ledbetter is a lot better, a lot smoother, a lot more polished than he was last year during the football season. I think last year when he was a freshman, that was his first year with the Bulldogs too. So I think his daddy had just moved back to Cedartown. His daddy is Keith Ledbetter's boy. I can't remember which one. Chad is one of them.
Chad's the youngest.
But his daddy is the other one. And he was a great football player.
Oh, gosh, yeah, they have speed.
Yeah.
Just like this little kid's showing.
So Ledbetter's going to be good. Keith played quarterback when he was in high school. Sure and this is his grandson playing quarterback for the Bulldogs.
I like Zach Tillery. Zach's really grown up. A lot of these kids have really grown like 6 foot, 6'1".
Zach's daddy was one of the best linebackers that we've had at Cedartown in a
long time.
Well, throughout the years, he was a really, really talented football player and a good linebacker for Cedartown.
And that Jai Barnes, golly, we're loaded on the line. We've got a big line, experienced.
Well, it's taken us a while, and it's good that these kids. A lot of them used to get discouraged and quit, but it seems like Coach Abrams has kept them positive and focused, and he's got a good football team out there on the field tonight.
Let's see. I think someone told me like a month or so ago he was out at the middle school, putting his arms around them kids. The head coach at Cedartown.
Yeah, he's getting out there
talking and recruiting
with the kids. Well, and he was there for the middle school championship games. Their entire run through the playoffs. Coach Abrams was here, and I think it's that being there. Not only is he there for that, but he's there at the rec games. Of course, his son also plays. His son's a 5th or 6th grader and also plays as well. Jet's a great
good
kid.
little ball player,
oh, man.
too.
Yeah, he is. But
I like the plays that we're running here in the CA game. Nothing up the middle. Everything's been on the corners or throwing deep or shallow, down and out. You're going to move the football with those kind of plays.
Yeah, and they lined up in the old wing T one time. All three backs behind the quarterback lined up, right next to each other, and just one wide out. That was, I like seeing that.
And that's not
because that's going to surprise some teams.
It's not something you see a lot. It's not
right.
something you see a lot these days because Frank and I were talking about this today at the office. Most high school teams these days run the spread offense, and we did the spread for a while. And the spread is good. It's a good offense to run, but I really think that our
guys
have
to really have athletes to run that spread offense. You got to have a good quarterback who is talented, who can learn that system, and then you almost have to have one that you start him out as a sophomore and let him, run it for 2 or 3 years.
But you know what the problem was is at the middle school level they weren't running the spread. They were running the wing T, and that's one of the reasons why they said, well, let's go to this system. Let's make this a uniform system from the rec through middle school to high school. And we're starting to kind of see the results of that, especially at the middle school level and some of these freshmen that have come up. So
it pays off.
It really does.
Our middle school team has been an outstanding middle school team for the last several years, right?
Yeah, even down through Nick Chubb's era.
Yeah. So that just bodes well for the high school team when they get up here, because we want them to be good when they get here and put on the uniform when they're playing in high school.
Hey, guys, I'm going to have to leave here in just a few minutes to go be with Mother. But,
Okay.
Son starts getting down. She wants somebody with her.
All right. Well,
And
tell
I gotta do
tell
some
Pluma
things.
we said hello. When,
Yep, I sure will. Jason's grandson, they won the first game 7-4. Then Savannah playing
Better.
Metter.
Yeah,
Georgia
Gordon
for the
Lee.
state
Gordon Lee
championship.
playing
Was he-
Metter. It's
was he
2A state
was he
championship.
pitching?
He didn't say. But
Find out real
They got their
quick.
next ball game in about 15 minutes, and hopefully, if they win that, they'll be state champs. That's awesome. He's a senior. Riley is, and
And he's going to West Georgia on a baseball scholarship. So
Yeah, Bubba. But I'll text you and let you know how it goes. And it's been fun. I look forward to the season. Doggone it, there's Reese right there. Look how tall he is. I played golf with him about 3 weeks ago. And gosh,
He beat you bad.
he looks down on your ball.
He towered me.
Yeah, looks down on you.
Yeah, I got a little picture of it. I can show him somewhere. Denny Morris played for his 70th birthday.
Well, the time has run out on the halftime period. Of course, they put the extra 3 minutes on there for the teams to come back out. So they had a full halftime pretty much. 10-0 lead for the white team over the red team. What this second half will hold as far as what we're going to see, who knows? We could see all different kinds of stuff. It could be one of those things where they just run a play and then switch sides and run another play. Who knows what happens there? But we've seen some good football so far. And
We've seen some good defense.
we have.
Eli Barra has been good on defense, and so has Jai Barnes and Demarion Sims and Jordan Johnson. Jordan Johnson is going to be he's going to be a player this year.
He is coming up as a senior this year. He's another one that we expect to be a big part of the team.
Of course, his brother is playing football for the University of Arkansas right
That's
now.
right. Jaden Johnson, he actually left Cedartown High School this December and
So he could
enrolled
be
early.
Yeah, so he could be in the spring practice at Arkansas.
That's right. I know he is up there and excited to go. Arkansas is a program, guys, that I think is
It's up and coming.
It's up and coming.
Who's their coach? Can't remember.
I can't even remember either. I just know that, you know, Arkansas had some really lean years these past several years, and but last season they had a pretty good year, considering, and now they've got this new program there, and Jaden was very excited to be part of that, and he's out there now in Fayetteville, Arkansas, ready to get things going for
just
the
a great
Razorbacks.
athlete too, and
Yes, he is.
He's just another one out of a bunch of athletes who have gone and played college football from Cedartown High School.
Corey Johnson's his dad. Remember him?
Yeah,
He was.
Corey was a great ball
player.
player. Corey was a great ball
Of
player.
course, Jeremiah Johnson also graduated last year. He was a great player for the football team, also a good basketball player. He did play his senior year for the basketball. As we mentioned, Jaden did leave early, so he didn't get to play his senior season for
But
basketball.
our basketball team was good.
Yeah, they
and,
did.
And the Johnson
Went to the
boys
second round.
And the Johnson boys were leaders on that team. That's what I was talking about. You have to have leaders, and we got leaders on our team.
I believe if Jaden would have stayed.
Sam Pittman is the head coach
Sam Pittman.
at Arkansas. Thanks to Sam Branch for telling me that.
Awesome.
5-year. He's got a 5-year contract there. Just restarted his contract, so he's
Yeah.
up there at Arkansas.
Jaden he was committed somewhere else and then moved over to Arkansas. Who was that? What school, wasn't it?
South Carolina.
South Carolina, yeah.
South Carolina.
And South
Yeah.
Carolina got a new coach.
Yeah, Muschamp was fired. Muschamp was the one who recruited him to South Carolina. Now Muschamp is a special assistant at UGA.
Ridge Andrews just texted me and said Sam Pittman, Arkansas head coach. He was Georgia's offensive line coach.
That's right. Hey, have you ever found out that if
No, I hadn't. I've been trying to get a hold of Jason, but I'll try before I leave. Let me.
Well, we're about to start the second half, fellas, and
well, the white team got the ball first, so I guess the red team will have it first in the third quarter.
And again, no kickoffs, no punts, no contested punts. They may punt to see how far the ball goes, but they won't try to rush the ball or anything.
Somebody's cut up paper in real little bitty pieces.
They threw confetti when the team came down.
And they're
it's
blowing
still,
it. They're blowing everywhere.
It's still out there. It's still out there. Looks like the red team will have the ball to start, guys. Third quarter underway.
Ball, 1st and 10, ball 35.
All right, Drew Ledbetter is the quarterback. And Drew's going to give it off. Oh, man.
God.
Is that Harlem?
Defense. He got pushed back.
That was Harlem Diamond running that ball. And Harlem picks up 4 tough yards off a right tackle.
Hargrove, the ball
You know, right there
carrier.
at the end of the season, Harlem had a bad ankle, wasn't it?
Yes.
It slowed him down a lot. Hopefully by now
Gain of
he's
about
healthy.
5 on the play. Second down.
The PA guy,
6
he's
coming
got
up.
better glasses than we have. He just said that Xavier Hargrove was the runner that time. So, all right, Eli Barrow lines up. And a little toss sweep back to Hargrove. And Hargrove is going to
Hargrove,
be
the ball carrier again.
upended. Taji Neal upended him and
Taken down by Neal and
dove
Barnes.
forward, but they didn't give him any of his
Gained
forward
about a yard on
progress.
the play.
They marked the ball right at the line of
Third and long
scrimmage.
4
So
coming
it's
up.
3rd down and 4.5 yards.
I'm still waiting on that. I'll text you and let you know.
Okay.
I'm going to run on, fellas. I'm enjoying it.
All right, thank you, Steve. Steve's last words are "Go Dogs."
Hargrove, the
right.
ball carrier again.
Hargrove carried the ball 3 times in a row that time. He picked up about 2 yards that time, but it's going to make it 4th down
About
and
1 on the play.
3.
It's gonna be 4th and 3.5 coming up.
See if they punt or try to go for it here. Looks like they're going to bring out the punt, at least the punt defense. And it looks like we got a stoppage of play and maybe a timeout.
You know, the long snapper for the punt team is always somebody that you want to practice. And it looks like number 50, Zach Tillery, is the long snapper.
So that's what they're doing for punts. They just take everybody off the field and let them punt with nobody on the field.
Eli Barrow is going to punt for the
Eli
red team.
Barra is going to try to
Jordan
punt this
Johnson back
time.
deep for the white team.
Good snap. And Eli kicks a dead duck. That was a floating dead duck that time. But it was about a 30-yard punt, so the white team will have it back on their own 35.
And it's that time of day, Frank, where the sun is right in our faces.
Yeah.
So we can't see that well. My mother is actually running camera for us tonight. She can barely even see what she's doing. So it's just one of those things. But anyway, we've got 1st and 10.
We'll let the shade down. Roll those. Let's see, I need that one down. There we go.
There we go. Cooking with gas now.
Okay. All right, Reese Tanner is the quarterback. And puts C.J. Washington in motion. Throw it back to C.J. C.J.'s got some running room.
Washington, the ball carrier.
He's hit knocked down there by number 22. That's Xavier Hargrove.
Tackle.
But C.J. picks up 6 yards on
Gained about
1st
6 on the
down.
play.
Yeah,
Second
Frank,
down and
he's,
4 coming up.
Little toss sweep to the outside.
I like that. I like the tall sweep. It's a play that they've done, since middle school, and it's they did it a lot last year, and it worked very well for them.
Jordan Johnson splits way out to the right. This time, going to give it to C.J. off the right tackle. He cuts it back left, and he's got a
Washington,
first
the ball
down
carrier.
out to about the 40-yard
Taken down by
line.
number 42.
Yeah, he got the handoff and ran
That's
kind of off the
Simmons.
right tackle, you said there, and got plenty of yards there and a first down. C.J. Washington, another guy that's going to see the rock a lot this upcoming football season
First
as a
down
senior.
for Team White.
Primarily a defensive guy, but he's such a good athlete. You have him out there on both sides.
All right, Patrick Gardner behind the quarterback, motion to the right, and he rolls out. Reese fires it down, puts a lot of air up under it, and the defensive
Tanner's pass is
back
incomplete, intended
did
for
a good
Johnson.
job not letting the receiver run to the football. Did you see that?
That's right.
He just kept himself in between the receiver and the football, and that was a good job. I think that was Donald Knight guarding Jordan Johnson that time. And that's a good matchup, in the ball game here.
7:05 to go here in the third. 10-0 lead for the white team here in this preseason football scrimmage.
Second down and long. Reese comes up to the line of scrimmage, puts Hargrove in motion, gives it to Juice.
Gardner, the
And
ball
Juice
carrier.
has 9 yards right straight up the middle. He went off the right
And about 9 on the play.
right guard, and he cut it back to the left. They marked him about 2 yards short of where he got. They gave him a 7-yard gain, but that was every bit of a 9-yard gain.
Absolute, just brute strength there from Patrick Gardner. Juice able to push that pile forward for 7 or 8 yards.
Right, they line up in their regular offense, and they give it to Hargrove. Hargrove is out of, and he's got a first down, and he runs out of bounds, maybe at the 40-yard line
Davis, the ball
of the
carrier.
red team.
You see that burst of speed he did there?
Yeah.
He was able to get the corner on the right side. He just turned on the afterburners and really jetted over to the far sideline and got the first down.
That was Camarion Davis and not Hargrove with a ball that time. All right. Jordan splits way out to the right. And we got a little broken bone type deal here. And they give it to Hargrove off the right tackle.
Davis.
And Davis is still running. He's inside the
Davis,
20,
ball carrier for a long game.
down
First
to
down,
about
team
the
white.
16-yard line, I guess.
Frank Kamarion Davis, another one of those really, really talented
Got
juniors
him out
out
of the
there for the
tackle
Dogs,
for
able to
Team
get
Red.
another first down. His second first down run in as many times here. And he continues to move the white team down the field, 1st and 10.
Ball's going to be about the 17-yard line.
All right, first down, 10 yards to go.
Davis comes out. He's going to get a little break.
Jordan Johnson splits out to the left. All right, C.J. Washington is in the game, and they give the ball to him. He's hitting the backfield, but he runs through the tackle. He's hit on the 5-yard line, and he just runs through
C.J. Washington.
2 or 3 people and goes in for the touchdown. And that's what we want to see.
That's right. Absolutely. C.J. Washington, burst of speed, able to get through that defense and scores the touchdown for the white team. And it's 16-0. And we'll see if the extra point comes through.
Well, we got somebody else going to attempt the extra point this time. And it would be good if we didn't have to depend on C.J. because we're going to run him down the field, might run him out, might wear him out, and we're not sure that he could then kick the extra point.
Yeah.
You know,
We'll see who they put up there.
well, he's standing right there, and I can't see his number.
Maybe.
Okay, he's going to. That's number 63, I think. 63.
Yeah.
Velasquez. He kicked some for us last year.
He sure did.
And the kick is up and good.
Velasquez kick is up. That's good.
It's confusing because he was wearing a red jersey kicking for the white team.
Yeah.
But, hey, Frank, all the extra points tonight have been good. There's not
Has
been
been
an
a
extra
field
point.
goal and 2 extra points. Yeah.
A field goal and then some extra points. 17-0 the score. White team leads the red team here in the third quarter with 5:56 to go.
Andrew was mentioning a minute ago, if you want to be a sponsor
5:56 remaining,
for the
Team White
Cedartown High School
17,
football
Team Red
team,
0.
you just need to give us a call at the radio station. Our number is 770-748-1340 or 748-1341. You ask to talk to Andrew or I, and we can get you hooked up with sponsorship for the Cedartown High School football team in the upcoming season here on the Big AA. All right, I think I'm going to watch the monitor. I think I can see the monitor better than I can see out on the field. All right, Drew is up under center. He's got 2 men in the backfield, a slot to the left. He drops straight back, and he looks like he's going to get hit in the backfield. Jay Barnes
Backfield by Jay Barnes.
back there, and he hauls him down for a 5-yard loss back to the 35-yard line.
That's something we want to see Jai Barnes do in the regular season, too, to get out there and shut down, make the other team's quarterback nervous, and he certainly can do that. And of course, as you saw there before, they're going to call the play dead before before there's any kind of tackle or any kind of injury for the quarterback.
All right, Ledbetter hands it off to Barra, and Barra has got some running room. He picks up about 6 yards. Got it back to the original line of scrimmage plus a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 from there. That's a pretty good run. That's a pretty good run by Eli.
It really was.
Even though he and Drew ran into each other in the backfield.
Some neighbors over in the subdivision over Oakwood and nearby here was texting me saying they could hear the band, the drums playing, and that means we're getting closer and closer to football season.
So they're just excited too. All right, we're lined right up, and the regular wind tee is. Oh,
man! He grabbed his kind of a horse collar tackle.
Well, they grabbed his face mask.
Yeah, he
didn't let go.
Down. Flag on the play. That'll be a 15-yard penalty.
That was Jai Barnes that grabbed his face mask, and Jai, as he was coming back, he said he held his hand up like, "Yeah, it's my fault."
That's my fault.
Face mask penalty on the white team. 15-yarder.
It's going to give him a 1st down, move the ball all the way to the 50-yard line, just across the 50 to the 49.
Ball be placed on the 49-yard line.
Andrew, your mama is doing such a good job of running the camera here.
She really is.
All right, Drew has a slot to the left.
Considering I just showed her how to do it an hour ago.
Slot to the left. And going to give it inside to Eli Barra. And Barra,
the ball carrier,
maybe picked up 2 yards, maybe 3.
It was a very quick handoff there to Barrow, and he was able to get a few yards. Looks like they're going to give him maybe a long 2, maybe 3.
No, it's a
long 2, maybe 3 on the play.
That's a tough call right there, because all the quarterback does is open up, give it to the fullback, and he's running straight ahead, and he's going to collide with either a linebacker or a defensive tackle, and it's tough on him as a runner. It's just a tough play to execute, but they did a good job there. 3-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7. Drew drops straight back, throws it down the field. He's got his man, and it's a touchdown, Bulldogs.
Donald Knight with a touchdown catch. That's something we want to see Donald Knight do this year. Make some of those catches.
What a play. We've had our second team quarterback throw I think that was a 47-yard touchdown pass.
It's fantastic pass there to Donald Knight, who is a rising senior for the Bulldogs, a guy that has been a part of the varsity team for a couple of years, and one that we're definitely going to be turning to this season. So we're going to try the extra point here. We'll see
that absolutely gives us Donald Knight and Jordan Johnson to play outside. All right, there's a snap to hold the kick. It's up. Velasquez kicks it right through there.
Kick is up, and it is good.
And, man, it's now it's 17-7. It's tight, and the score's tight right up.
Remaining in the third. Team White, 17. Team Red, 7.
All right, the White team will have it on, have the ball on their own 35-yard line. 3 minutes, 34 seconds left to go here in the third period.
You know, we weren't really sure how this whole thing was going to turn out, but this has really been a it's been good for the football players.
Yeah. Look at the people we got on the other side.
Yeah, we got a great turnout.
They got tired of looking into the sun and went over and sat on the visitor side.
You know, if we didn't love hanging out with our folks over here in the home press box, I would almost say let's go over there for the whole season and just not have to look into the sun. But that's just, one of those things. Ever since this field's been built, Frank, we've had to deal with the sun in our eyes.
Absolutely. We absolutely have a good crowd here. We've probably got 700 or 800 people here. And
1st and 10, White team. Ball on their own 35.
All right.
Reese Tanner in
Reese
there.
under the center, and he gives it to Juice. Juice is making some tough running right up the middle. They just grabbed a hold of him, and they couldn't bring him down.
I love it when he starts to just dig his feet into the ground. Then he turned his back to him and just kind of pushed his back at him to get more yards. And I love to see him run like that.
When he turns his back, that's when he starts pumping those legs, and people just can't get a hold of him.
I know. They're just we're so lucky to have him. He's really one of those. I call him an old school fullback. I mean, he's one of those guys where he just kind of plummets up the middle, uses his size to his advantage.
That's exactly what he is. All right, it's 2nd down and 4.
2nd and 4.
Juice picked up 6, throws it out here, and we got a completion. Number 14 with a completion.
Complete.
Got it to Ashton Turner, the freshman for the Bulldogs.
And Ashton picked up a 1st down. They're saying it. Yeah, it's a 1st down. Okay.
1st down on the play.
Ball is on the 50-yard line, I think. Is that other one the 50?
I think that's the 45. I think that's the 45-yard line. I think the white table down there is the 50-yard line.
All right.
Ball's on the 45.
I put the man in motion. Going to run a little counter play, and that's not going to fool anybody.
Hand it off there to the sophomore Taji Neal.
Number 84, Martinez made the tackle.
Martinez, number 84.
That was a great defensive tackle by Martinez, who played the defensive end there, and he just didn't get fooled, and he made the tackle and runs him right out of bounds. Right now, number 14, Ashton Turner splits way out to the right. Reese under center. Drops it back, looking down the field, throws it to Turner, and a good breakup of the pass out there that time by Donald Knight.
I'll tell you what, Frank, I love that offensive call, and for 2 reasons. One, you got 2 receivers you can go to with a short pass or a longer pass. But then for the defense, you don't know which guy they're going to go to. Both were open, and he could have gone to either Turner or to Hargrove, who were both open.
That's right.
I love that play call.
All right, Jordan Johnson in there for Turner now, and Reese is going to fake it, roll out to the right, throws it back across the field, and it's intercepted. And red team gets it back to the 45 of the white.
Of Tanner.
Picked off by Martinez. And we'll go back over first turnover.
He's just a 10th grader.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Coach Abrams is going to talk to Reese and say, look, if you're pressured like that, you just need to run the ball instead of throwing the ball up.
Well, not only was he pressured like that, but one of the coaches were back there kind of impeded his way back as he was backpedaling, trying to maybe get out of coverage. We're under a minute to play here in the 3rd period, and of course, the ball's been turned over on the interception. But we're seeing kind of a preview of what we hope to see out of Reese Tanner this year, and that's, the multi-threat. He'll hand the ball off well to some of our weapons up front. He can also pass it. He can also run the ball himself. We've seen him do it all different ways here in this game.
All right, the little cheerleaders are just cheering their little hearts out. But they're cheering for both teams, offense and defense.
Also, the Cedartown High School band is out there as well. They always get 3rd quarter off, so they're enjoying their 3rd quarter off here today, and they'll be playing some in the 4th.
Back when I played in the C-Day game, the whole school got into it, and
they're in it.
I think the band kind of divided up into a band for each team.
Yeah.
And the cheerleaders divided up, cheerleaders for each team.
1st and 10 for the red team.
All right, Ledbetter is going to go up under center.
Ball's on the 47.
He has two tight wingmen and split in out to the left side. And the coach says,
hold up.
Somebody ain't lined up right.
And the red team kind of has the momentum right now, Frank. You know, they scored the touchdown on their previous possession, and here they are getting it back on a interception.
Well, what
they've got
happened
good
was
field position.
I think the white team had 12 men on the field, so they had to run one of them off so they could play defense.
That's right. But the red team has it in the white team's territory at about the 47-yard line. And now they're just kind of taking their time, maybe getting a water break and so forth.
What they're doing is you know, you point out little nuances of the ball game when you're doing it like this, because kids, they don't learn it unless you take the time to tell them what to do in certain situations.
Exactly.
All right, Ledbetter out there quick, puts a man in motion, and he's going to fake it to him. Tried to roll out to the right, and he's get chased back to the left. Ledbetter is going to go out of bounds and have a first down for the red team.
Great job there by Ledbetter. He was in trouble in the backfield. He was able to get away from that coverage and then found himself an open lane on the far side and ran toward that sideline and first down for the Reds.
They marked it. He went out of bounds on the other side of the first down marker.
Oh, man.
But they marked him a yard
Well, we
short.
don't have the full-time chain game here.
Yeah, well, you know, what may be happening is they wanted to have a second down and one, you know.
Again, like you said, Frank, it's the situational things you don't
football.
get to do when you're just in regular practice.
All right, they line up a slot to the left this time, and they're going to give it to the fullback. And he's going to run outside.
Ooh, he got hit hard.
He's got a first down.
Escobar, the ball carrier.
And Mikey Escobar there, the sophomore, got the handoff. He took a big hit licking right there at the first down marker, but he got enough for.
Yeah, Jordan Johnson was the one who put the hat on him. I mean, he laid the wood to him. Because Jordan was running back over here to his left, and then he had to turn around and run to his right because the runner had broken it back to his left.
36 seconds to go in the third. 17-7 lead for the white team.
Ledbetter under center. Puts a man in motion to his right. And he's going to roll out to his right. Fire out to the flat. Got a man. He's got some running room. He's going to be knocked down at about the 16-yard line.
That's again the 10th grader Escobar making the catch on the run here on the near side, and he did get the first down for the Bulldogs that time. So, great job.
First down yardage. First down, red team.
They must be playing two-hand tag because that's where he touched him, but he fell forward for 5 more yards.
Yeah.
All right. Ledbetter doing a good job at quarterback, puts a man in motion to his left this time, fakes it to his fullback, rolls out to the right, and he's going to cut it up to the right, and he's going to be caught there after he picked up maybe 4 yards.
You know, if they're not playing don't tackle the quarterback, he might have been able to spin away from that tackle himself.
That's right.
He made something out of nothing. He got into some trouble there, was able to get 5 yards on the play.
And they're not giving him anything.
No.
No gain on the
It's going to
play.
run the timeout here for the third.
And at the end of the third quarter,
That's the end.
red team is 7, white team 17.
Well, we're just excited to be here tonight, be a part of this C-Day game. We can't say the C-Day game is annual because we missed it for the last few years, but we hope that Coach Abrams makes this an annual event, and it will get even more popular as we go throughout the years.
And the new spin they're giving this is the Bulldog Brawl. Bulldog Brawl.
And
I like that.
That's pretty good because, I mean, they have hit each other hard out there tonight.
But one thing you're really starting to see, and the first thing that Coach Abrams ever told me when I talked to him when they hired him is relentless effort. That's the one thing that he told me, and he's told the team. That's their theme, relentless effort. And we have seen that really they bought into this program. They really have. The team has bought into this. They're a big family, and they do it for each other. And you can't help but just love what you're seeing out there right now for both the red team and the white team. And one thing I'm really encouraged to see, Frank, is how many players are out there. We mentioned 73 players on the field for both sides. You know, that's a solid football size program where, in years past, Frank, we may dress out, less than 60 players at sometimes.
You're absolutely right. And one thing that they have done, they've not let they've let a couple, but not many players on the white team have gone over and played on the red team.
Yeah.
Not many players on the white team's gone over and play on the red. Red and white have stayed pretty much on their own team.
Here we go for the fourth quarter. 8 minutes on the clock this time.
All right, Ledbetter has the ball 5, 10, 15, 20. It's on about the 21-yard line. Second down.
Hot dog and pizza, $1 in the concession stand. While they last. Come and get it.
Ledbetter looks. He's going to fire it on the outside shoulder. Got a man. Oh! Goes through his hands. It was a touchdown.
Man, that was he almost had that one too. Great coverage, though, on defense to keep him from catching it.
Yeah. That was your young man, Aston Turner, who's just a freshman. But he got open.
Looks like
Ledbetter led him just right.
He did. Hunter Thornton out there defending, Frank.
Well, he did a great job because
Ledbetter's pass incomplete for Turner, number 14.
He got in between the receiver and the ball and kind of distracted him.
He did. From
the ball. All right, Ledbetter puts a man in motion to his right. Oh, and he's caught in the backfield. It's going to be fourth down.
The old jersey grab.
Okay, let's see if we try a field goal here.
Backfield by number 61, Jacoby Diamond.
A field goal.
Well, the ball is on the, 10, 20, 25-yard line, so that would be a
42 or 30. Yeah, 42 yard.
Yeah. I'd love to see us try.
Velasquez is in there to try one.
Tee it up. Reese Tanner is going to be the holder.
Velasquez is going to come on for the long field goal attempt.
All right, there's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's up.
Nope.
It is just short. It was right down the middle. It was going. If it had been a 30-yard field goal, it would have been good, folks. But a 35 was just, or 37 was just a little long.
You're right. If he can get some more oomph on that kick, he's going to have that distance. And I think he will toward the, as we go through these summer months and toward the football season. Because if you remember last season, Frank, he was kicking them long last year.
Yeah. Well, if he'll work with Coach Mikey Worthington and get that leg strong, and it will really make a difference as we go throughout this year.
If anybody can make anybody strong, it's Mikey Worthington.
Absolutely. Let me just tell everybody, and they might not know this, but Nick Chubb, who is a running back for the Cleveland Browns, former star for the Cedartown Bulldogs, comes home every offseason to work out with Mikey Worthington.
That's right.
He could go to any professional.
Georgia, when he was at Georgia, and with the Cleveland Browns. He comes back here and works out. Of course, we've also had some other guys back home this spring. I know Tony Mathis has been back here working out at home too, and several other guys.
Nick has the money now to where he could go to any personal trainer in the world, and he chooses to come back to work with Mikey Worthington. All right, Isaiah Johnson's back in there, and Isaiah has a blocker, and he's running down the field, and he just ran over somebody.
I love it.
Woo!
I love it.
Down, taken out by number 29.
Yeah, he hit Mikey Esquivel pretty good.
On the hip.
Yeah.
They got the first down. Great run.
Johnson picked up about 15 yards on the play, and the ball is out on the 35, 10, 20, 35. He's on the 35, first and 10 for Cedartown.
One thing we mentioned when we first got here, and if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or NFHS Network, you're noticing how green the grass is out there on the football field. This football field is in pristine condition.
Right.
And you can see the lines, too. I love that.
All right, Johnson puts a man in motion to the right, gives it to the fullback. Fullback breaks it outside. He's across the 40, and he's up near the 45.
Who did that remind? Did that remind you of Juice?
Carrier.
Guess who that was? Juice's younger brother, DeMarcus Gardner, a ninth
16
grader.
Is that right?
That's right. Running the
How
rock.
about that?
So some of the younger guys getting a little bit of a chance here late.
Gain of about
Fullback,
9 on the play. Second down and 1 coming up.
Well, DeMarcus is he must be a pretty good football player because he
Ball's
carried
on the
that ball
44.
for 9 yards on first down. It's second down and 1 now. The ball is on the 44-yard line.
6:30 to go in this scrimmage.
All right, they're having a little trouble
Timeout. White team.
because
Somebody was not.
They
where
got to
were supposed
remember
be.
their plays, and it's tough,
I
All
love
right.
it. I love it.
All right, you're listening to a special broadcast here on the Big AA of the C-Day game at Cedartown Memorial Stadium, Doc Ayers Field, between the Cedartown White team and the Cedartown Red team. And Andrew and I are having just an absolute joyous time calling this ball game.
Oh, we're having a blast. It's 8:02, and it's a beautiful evening on a beautiful Friday evening in May. It is a week before graduation ceremonies. Graduation for Cedartown High School is next Saturday.
Right.
Right here on the football field, too. So once we get done, this will be the last
they'll get this
big event here. They'll have to get it ready for graduation.
They'll get it all ready for graduation. They sure will. This is a perfect setting for graduation.
I love it.
All right, Isaiah Johnson back in there at quarterback.
I think they got everybody they want out there now.
I think they have number 38, Sylvester Soto, in there at fullback. And they give it to number 18, number 19. And I don't see a 19 on white.
19, the ball carrier.
Yeah, it's not on our list here.
So we have 74 ball players out there instead of 73.
First down yardage on the carry.
Now there's 16. There's 3 16s on this list, so
Yes.
that could be one of them, but we're not sure. But
It could be.
But Coach Abrams is giving a lot of these freshmen and sophomores chances to.
Well, you do that.
right now.
You do that so they'll want to
First and
play.
10.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're looking good. They're looking good. Ball is right at midfield. First and 10.
Johnson comes up to the line of scrimmage. He's got 2 tight wings this time. And now they put one of them back next to the fullback, and he's going to roll out to the left. And I think he just put the ball up under his arm, and he decided to run it. He's got a first down
Johnson, the ball
as he
carrier.
went inside the 45 on the far side to about the 44.
We saw Johnson do that a lot in the middle school championship game, or in his 8th grade season. Really tucking the ball and running, and he's great on his feet. This kid is going to be an exciting one to watch as he develops as a freshman on the JV team. He'll probably be, if not the JV starter, maybe the second guy for the JV that they go to. Very exciting.
All right, this time Johnson has a man split way out to the right, 2 tight wings, motion to the right, going to give it to the little back, running to the right. Slamming Sammy, still running, folks.
I love
he
it.
was stopped back
Sam
on the
Smith, the ball
40, and
carrier.
he rolled and got it
Gain of
inside the
about 6.5
35 down to
play.
about the 32-yard line.
They'll be placed about the 32.
I love his energy. He's trying to show what he's made of out there, Frank.
Not give up. He didn't give up on
he
that
didn't.
time.
Yeah, he just wow. Seen him bounce off some guys that are kind of bigger than him out there,
Yeah,
and
he
he was
was
really doing
He
good.
was just saying to him, look, I'm not going to lay down. You're going to have to tackle me to get me on the ground.
about a 6-yard gain, second down and 4.
All right. A slot to the left this time. Motion to the left, and they're going to give it to the fullback. And somebody...
C.J. Cloud was the guy.
Davis, the ball carrier.
All right, number...
Brought down for no gain on the play.
Number 25. Did he come up from the safety and make that play?
Yeah, he did. PA announcer is saying that's Jules Davis, who's number 16. And again, we've got 3 16s on this list.
So, it may be Jules Davis, but it may be DeMarcus Gardner. It could be C.J. Cloud.
Could be either of those.
Yeah.
They're all freshmen. 4.5 minutes to go. It is 17-7. White team leads the red team.
All right. Johnson drops straight back, flushed out of the pocket, and he's a guy's got him
Johnson, the
down.
ball carrier.
He ain't supposed to tackle the quarterback,
Yeah,
everybody.
He don't have a black jersey on.
No, he doesn't. He does not.
That's the reason they let him tackle.
Yeah, they may be letting him play right now. Why not?
All right, that was 4th down. So it's first and 10 for the red team.
Going to bring up 1st and 10 for the red team.
And that will put the red team will take over with the ball on about the 43-yard line. Or maybe the 37. 10, 20, 37. That's it.
37.
37. Well, I've just been excited to experience and watch some of the talent that we're going to have on the football field next year. Some of the kids that we knew were going to be good, they're going to be good.
Yeah.
But you have, I see over there standing together, Jay Barnes and Deshaun Ware and Laquan Darden. All those guys are going to be providing us a lot of excitement next year.
Yes, they are.
During the football season. If your business would like to participate and be a sponsor for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs, you can. I have several people who sponsor the Bulldogs, and I'll have to go to them first and make sure that they don't want to be a sponsor this year. If that's true, and then I might could pick up another one. But you need to call me soon to let me know if you're interested in being a sponsor for the Cedartown Bulldogs.
There's a ton of interest in this team right now. 1st and 10 for the red team, 37-yard line.
All right, Isaiah Johnson is quarterbacking for the red team.
Fumble on the play.
It's like the white team might have recovered, possibly.
They're just going to say, no, they're not going to give it to them.
Oh, they're going to say.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, fumble
They're gonna
recovery
give it
by
to
the
them.
white team.
Fumble recovered by the white team.
See, the coaches don't have the what you call it when they throw down when there's a fumble. They don't have that, so we didn't see anything get thrown on the field for a fumble. But
We just saw number 61 get up with it and
That's
hand
right.
it to the referee, Cody Addison, who is just a freshman, came up with a fumble that time, fumble recovery, and a white team has it back on the red team's 37-yard line.
we want to say a thank you to all those adults out there that are volunteering their time. I know a lot of these guys are probably middle school coaches, maybe even some rec coaches out there, maybe even some of the seniors this year that are graduating may also be out there, helping out, maybe reffing, doing different things. So you have to have personnel out there on the field for this kind of thing. Of course,
Absolutely.
we're not using regular referees for this. Of course, it's not a real game. It's not one that's going to count. Even a scrimmage in the fall, you would have regular referees out there, but not for this game. So the white team takes over at the 37-yard line. It was fumbled right where the line of scrimmage was when the red team had it.
All right, Johnson is going to roll out to the right, look down the field, and he doesn't see anybody. He's going to be hit
Johnson, the ball carrier.
and thrown down. He picked up about 7 yards.
23.
Malik Frederick got the tackle there,
on the
number
tackle.
23.
And Malik is only a sophomore. So he picked up 6 yards. It'll be second down and
Gain about 6 on
4.
the play. Second and 4 coming up for Team White.
Time ticking away here in this
these-
Bulldog brawl.
they've been real lenient with the time, though.
Oh, yeah.
In the game today.
I'm having to really pay attention to what the game clock is doing because it's not what it normally would do during the season.
Isaiah is kind of confused, so he's coming back over here to Coach Abrams and asking him.
Well, our on-screen clock is controlled by me pushing the button. It's not synced up to the clock, to the actual game clock, so it's always
All right.
It's a looking at what's going on, but we're at 3 minutes to go now.
They're taking Isaiah out for this drive and putting back in Ledbetter. So Drew is under center, and he's going to give it off to slamming Sammy Smith, who is hit.
Smith, the ball
and then
carrier.
almost breaks that tackle. Didn't quite do it, but picked
Taken
up 2
down
yards.
by number
It'll be
23
third
Frederick.
down and about 2 yards to go now.
And Malik Frederick again on the tackle, able to spin him
Third
down.
down, and a long 3 coming up.
And a long
The white
3
team.
coming up for the white team.
Okay, Ledbetter brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Slot to the left. And he's going to give it to Smith. Smith runs out to the left. He's got a first down, and he goes
the
out of
ball carrier.
bounds inside the
Gets first down
25.
yardage.
Smith, he kind of glided to his left, and then he saw that hole, and he just turned it on.
He did. Good. That's good coordination on his part, and also just good sense to know. Well, that was there, so he
Right.
took it and got
Absolutely.
the first down.
All right, Drew Ledbetter is the quarterback, slot to the left. And Drew is going to give it off to the fullback. He's got some running room. He's down to the 20. Picked up 4 yards on the play.
One of those
Cloud
16s,
on the carry.
C.J. Cloud. Clock now under 2 minutes.
Second down, about
1:50 to
6.5
go, and
coming up.
now we'll stop the clock and we'll have a timeout.
Red team.
All right. We want to thank our sponsors once again, Polk County Public Service, Cedartown Automotive,
Brokers Hardware.
Brokers Hardware, and Cedar Valley Country Club. All of those are Rocky Tillery businesses. And so we got to get the Cherokee Country Club on the football game too. So,
Oh, yeah?
Because Rocky owns that too.
Of course, we also want to thank Bradford's Pharmacy for their Bradford's Drugstore for their continued support of Bulldog Athletics.
Bradford's been one of our faithful sponsors, along with Rocky and all the Tillery family. Bradford's and Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's been one of our faithful sponsors for many, many years for the Cedartown Bulldogs. We picked up a new sponsor this year, Daniel's Green Service, and want to thank Daniel. And it's been fun to be here this afternoon with these young kids at Cedartown High School.
1:57 to go in the scrimmage. See if the white team can add another score.
Isaiah Johnson back in there at quarterback, and he's going to run it to the right. He's got some running room, breaks it back across the middle, and they're not going to get him, folks. He goes in for the touchdown.
He zigged
Team
and
White.
zagged and went in there.
Touchdown, Isaiah Johnson.
That's just an innate ability that somebody has, because not everybody has that, Well, because he was able to get it outside. Once he got it outside, he saw he could cut it back up the middle, and he had the angle on all the defenders. They tried to stop and tackle him, they couldn't.
Again, I'll say this again. So excited about this young man. I mean, he's a kid that we're going to see big time future for this program. You know, once you have, you know, Drew Ledbetter's a 10th grader, he's going to be in contention. But look out for Isaiah Johnson. This kid was a force in the middle school ranks for the past couple of years, and he's already making a case for him to be maybe one or two starting quarterback for the JV team at least, maybe even a spot as a backup on the varsity team. Looks like they're going to bring in that 19 to kick, and if it is, we don't have 19 on our list.
Right, we don't have 19, but this young man's going to try to kick it. There's a snap to hold the kick. It's up.
Line drive.
And he shanks it to the right.
First one that's been missed today.
No good.
He tried that straight-on kick, and you just about have to have a boxed toe.
Just about.
You know, a flat toe in front to get it. All right, the white team leads 23-7.
Your score with 149
and the red
remaining.
team,
White team 23, red team 7.
Red team will get the ball at their own 35-yard line.
Wanted to let everybody know our next scrimmage for Cedartown football is going to be on August the 13th when Cedartown heads over to Bartow County to take on the Cass Colonels over in White, Georgia. And then, of course, the season kicks off on August 20th on the road at Denmark. And then on the 27th, right here at Doc Ayers Field, it's the battle for Polk County, Cedartown, and Rockmart right here on August 27th. Mark that on your calendars. That's going to be a date to remember.
Right. You know, last year we were scheduled to play Haralson County in the scrimmage game and then play Carrollton.
Well, they canceled all scrimmages.
Both of those got canceled because of COVID. And then the Bulldogs went 8-3 last year.
There's a run. First down and more.
He's still running, and I believe that's that Davis kid.
Number 26 for the red team with the ball. That's actually Jaquavian Price, a freshman running it. And a first down and more
Price
for the red team.
For a big first down.
Drew Ledbetter in at quarterback for the red team. So the quarterbacks are kind of interchangeable.
Well, that could be Seth Brown too. It's either Jaquavian Price or Seth Brown because there's two 26s. But they give it to him again, and he's got another 8 yards on that one.
Price on the ball carry. Price on the carry again.
Yeah, we're going to have to tell
Coach
5
Abrams
on the play. Got to get some more jerseys.
Well, you know, and again, not everybody's going to be wearing the same jersey. You know, one of the things that he wanted to that he told me when he sent us this is that, you know, I can't 100% guarantee the accuracy of this, and this will not be the final numbers for everybody. So we'll probably see some changes before the fall.
All right, they put a man in motion.
A little bit on the keeper is going to be sacked on the play.
It was a busted play, folks, and Ledbetter gets tackled in the backfield.
Of course, since Drew Ledbetter got on the black jersey, that means he is it's like if you're wearing the yellow vest. You can't tackle him. You can't really touch him.
Right.
So that same goes for Reese Tanner as well. So it would appear that Reese Tanner and Drew Ledbetter would be your top two in line for the varsity position. But again, let me just tell you something. For the freshman on the freshman side, you know, Isaiah Johnson has looked really good, number 15, and we've seen him in and out of this scrimmage.
You know, I think that's Jordan's little brother.
I believe you're right. I believe believe so. Again,
that's another Johnson.
Another Johnson, A.
Another Johnson.
They put 56 seconds on the clock before we wrap this one up here in the fourth quarter.
Red team's trying to get out on the field for the white team.
See if they can run a play before they get set.
All right, we got two wide receivers.
3rd and 5 coming up for the red
Two tight
team.
slots, motion to the left. Give it inside to the fullback. Fullback straight up the middle. He's inside the 10, inside the 5, down to the 4. Yard line.
Gibbons Jr. on the carry. First down yardage, first and goal for the red team.
Boy, let me tell you, that was a great run there. Able to push the pile forward and then got all the way inside the 10-yard line to the 4, and it's going to be first and goal from there for the red team.
I didn't see the runner's number, did you?
I did not.
I thought it was number 36, but I'm not sure. Number 36 is Marcus Blankenship. He's just a 10th grader.
As you can see on our camera, if you're watching live, you're getting a shot of the sunset, I guess.
We're going to go blind when we look at the sun in a minute.
Yes. But look at that sunset. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, yeah. And that's the sunset here at Cedartown High School, folks. And I think we just have a marvelous facility here. We got a great football field. We have our visiting stands are really nice now.
Our visiting stands are as nice as some folks' home stands.
Yes, they are.
And a full-size press box on the visitor side, too. They're
All
set
right.
up quickly.
All
First and
right.
goal at the 4.
Ledbetter's going to give it to the runner, and he goes in for the touchdown.
It's 29, Mikey
touchdown,
Esquivel.
red team.
Esquivel with a touchdown.
All right.
Touchdown, red team.
That just shows up for the red team well. Velasquez is going to go in and attempt the extra point this time. He almost kicked a 37-yard field goal. Came up about 4 yards short on
Velasquez
that.
on for the extra point.
All right, Ledbetter's going to hold it. There's a snap to hold. The kick is up. It's good.
Kick is up, and it is good.
And it's
41 seconds
23 to 14. White team.
23-14.
And I don't know if they'll
That's
make them play anymore or not.
41 seconds, who knows? But red team made a valiant effort to try to come back, but white team had that early big lead, and they couldn't overcome it. I tell you what, though, I think the red team played much better in the second half than they did in the first half.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Had some momentum on their side, but the lead, I believe, was just a bit too much for them. But I think Coach Abrams has a good idea of what his guys have been doing, and that's been the point of this, is to get those guys out there and try out different things with different personnel. And I think if you rate it that way, it's been a huge success.
I think it's also been an exercise where you see what you got too.
Indeed.
You know, because you can't mimic a game scrimmage in practice. You have full contact scrimmage and everything, but a game's just different.
You know, in some programs they'll go out and play another team for a spring game like this.
Yeah.
Cedartown did not do that this year.
Cass played Paulding County.
That's right, and I don't know if Cedartown's going to do that. I actually kind of like the idea of us playing each other, because it kind of gives you an idea of what to expect, and
you get a lot more.
You know how good you are too.
Lets you play a lot more kids too, and when you got 74 players, you can do that.
41 seconds to go, and looks like the white team will try to run the clock out, maybe try a few long plays here.
Isaiah Johnson has tight wing to the right, and there's a snap, and the ball's on the ground. I think the red team recovered.
Looks like the red team has recovered.
Can the red team make a comeback, Frank? It's 23-14. Anything's possible.
33 seconds left. The white team fumbles the ball. The red team comes up with it.
Well, things just got a lot more interesting here, and it's great field position for the red team here.
Yeah, that ball is on the 34-yard line.
Yeah.
Ledbetter could, if he could hit, Aston Turner, number 14 again, for a touchdown.
Well, they'd still have to get the ball back one more time to have a chance, because it's a 23-14 game. 2 possessions for lead for the white team. But anything's possible.
They sure are taking a long time over there.
It's okay. Been the longest last minute ever.
It has
I
been.
think. But man, it's been a great day, and I just want to praise the community for coming out to this.
33
I want to say
seconds
the money
remaining
raised, the
in
ticket
the
sales, and
2021 Bulldog Brawl.
the money that was made from the concession stands and the ticket sales go directly to. They're going to divide it up between the band and the football program, and that is a great thing.
Absolutely.
Great thing.
All right, let's see. Ledbetter has a man split way out to the right, motion to the right. Ledbetter's going to toss it. We're going to run a.
Little halfback
and the white
pass.
team intercepted it.
Hey, pull it out of the pocket right now.
Pass
That's
intercepted.
right. Don't leave nothing on the table.
I love it. I love it.
So the red team throws an interception, and the white team has it again. First down with just 33 seconds.
I hope he was behind the line of scrimmage when he did that too. But I mean, that was I like that. You know, that's one of those trick plays that maybe you can pull out of your pocket at some point during the year. But I don't think we're going to see that again. So it goes right back over to the white team, and there goes our camera. Looking at some of the fans down there. I hope they know that you're on Candid Camera, people. Some of our fans have already left to go home, but several have stayed.
Well, we had a good crowd here.
Sure did.
You know, for the
First and 10.
at
white
halftime
ball,
we had
24 seconds
probably
remaining.
25% of the seats filled, and I
That's gonna
think
be it.
Johnson fumbled that ball.
Yeah. They're just going to let that clock run out now, I think. It is running. That's going to be it, Frank.
All right, well, the final score is white team 23, the red team 14. A great
We'd
time
like to thank you for
for
coming out to
everybody
Cedartown
here
Memorial Stadium
at Cedartown Memorial Stadium, Dock Ayers Field. I want to thank
Tonight's score.
Andrew Carter and
Red
his
team,
mother
14, the white team,
for
23.
everything everything
you for
here.
attending,
And
and
it's
as
just been a
always,
pleasure
go
for me to be a
Dogs.
part of this. And don't forget, folks, get your. We don't know exactly how this is going to work, but you need to get your Bulldog Club membership so you can get a free parking pass, and it also includes a ticket, one reserved seat at the game. So all of those will be on sale soon, and we want you to support the Cedartown Bulldogs. Let's fill up the reserved seat section this year.
Yes.
Thanks, you did a good job, man.
That's one thing we really want to see is we want to see that reserve section.
Gary
all
Martin,
up
hey,
there.
can I get a haircut tomorrow? 5:30 in the morning. I'll be there. Yes, they did.
Put that on.
Hey, we actually have,
We've got Gary.
this guy is so old. He used to be on the air with Daddy, when Daddy was broadcasting Bulldogs. Hey, what do you think about these? About this bunch?
Martin.
Hey, Andrew.
Looking good, huh?
They looked great. I was really impressed, and even the freshman.
Yeah.
The kid that the freshman ran that one.
Isaiah Johnson. That's Corey's boy.
Boy, I tell you, that is really
That's
something.
Jaden Johnson's little brother.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, they keep coming on, don't they?
They do.
Look great. I mean,
Another Johnson, eh?
Yeah. Just came over to eat supper, so I had a great
Two
had a
hot
great
dogs.
well, one hot dog and a piece of pizza, and so it's been a great game.
what do you think about the young guys coming up from the middle school? We got to see them play a lot in the second half.
Yeah, they looked really good. I was really impressed with, as I told you earlier, I was really impressed with those young freshmen and those kids coming up. That's a future your team.
Yeah, and I'm just really excited that Coach Abrams had this C-Day game. And
Me too.
And then try to get the community involved.
Yeah.
And we had a great crowd here.
Yeah. You and I played in the C-Day game back in
Yeah.
I read about it in a book. But
Yeah, somebody wrote a book about the Bulldogs, and I think we were in like the 38th chapter.
yeah, we were small chapter. at
Yeah.
that.
Yes, it was.
Austin.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah, he did a great job in that book.
But this has been fun. We saw our kids that we know are going to be the ones that carry the football team. They played good tonight.
Yeah.
C.J. Washington,
Reese Tanner.
Oh yeah,
Jai Barnes.
yep.
Man, he was just a force in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, and Eli Berra, he was, when he was in there on defense, he was at the ball every time, the ball was snapped.
You know, I even noticed the freshmen. You were talking about the young kids coming up. I noticed them also. As wherever the ball was going, that's where they went. I mean, it's
Right.
just like a
Well,
colony of ants.
Yeah, they're well coached. They've had a year to get this offense and this defense under their belt. I hope that they're even better. And I know they're going to be. I mean, I have every confidence that Coach Abrams is going to have them ready to play in that first ball game, and Mikey Worthington's going to have them strong. So
Oh yeah.
he's going to have them strong.
One thing I'm looking forward to seeing, and we kind of got to preview that today, is Reese Tanner's mobility at quarterback.
He rolled out a couple of times
Yeah.
and ran and just ran outside and outran the defenders.
Oh yeah, yeah.
His mobility is good. His arm looks really good. He threw a couple of good passes, and he ran a few good runs too. Quarterback keepers.
And we had 2 long touchdown passes. Jaden Johnson caught a touchdown pass. Austin Turner caught a touchdown pass. Donald Knight caught a touchdown pass. We're going to have some receivers that he can throw to, but we're going to have a tough running game because we got Harlem Diamond, we've got
Juice.
Juice,
Patrick Gardner. Yeah.
Eli Berra, if to substitute for Juice, and then we got C.J. Washington.
Yeah.
And those receivers are going to grow taller.
Yes.
Can you imagine the target?
Yes.
Well, we saw Donald Knight out there. Of course, Jordan Johnson at wide receiver, and those are both seniors. And we're gonna get to see them a lot. It was good to see them doing that. We saw some. Our kicks looked pretty good too. Our extra point kicks.
One was just a little.
Just a bit.
Field goal was just
a little bit. Yeah.
It was a 37-yard field goal. I was telling Andrew, I said,
It's right down the middle.
If it had been a 32-yard field goal, it would have been good.
Right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Just a little too short. So, Martin, what's your overall observation tonight?
I can't wait till fall.
Me either.
Yeah, me
'Cause
too.
These kids are going to be in action against some competitors that we've had the past few years, and they're gonna be right up there on top.
Right.
I'm just thrilled to
Talent's
see.
there.
I'm just thrilled to see that they're going to have a full summer to develop, and they're off to Wing T camp after graduation, and they're going to be really perfecting this offense. And then, of course, we're going to see, them come back and do their summer practices. We've got that scrimmage with Cass on August 13th, I believe, and then we open
And
up the road.
that'll be here before we know it.
I know,
Because,
real quick.
we were talking about May just a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
and May's almost gone.
I know.
I mean, this is 21st next,
In
and
June,
graduation
July,
is
August.
next Saturday morning for Cedartown High School.
That's right.
Exactly.
Be here quick, folks.
I counted. This is unusual for us, and we hadn't had that in a long time. I lost count at 60 some odd players.
74, I believe.
74.
we
Really?
Counted,
Okay.
Yes.
That's just fantastic. I remember one time we went to Coosa and had less than 30.
I know.
There was a disciplinary situation there.
Yes.
That I didn't really. But anyway, that's another story. But when you got 70 some odd
But that's
players,
That's a long time ago. We're gonna put that out of our mind. We're concentrating on Jamie Abrams, and we're just concentrating on him and pulling for him to have a great season.
he's such a people person. Whenever,
He is.
Whenever I text him or even call him, he's right there, and he'll text me right back generally, and if he's out of class, of course. But he's not really out of class, but he's got class. But he will.
This is what you have to contend with when you get a haircut, too.
Oh, I know that.
But he's done a great job, and I appreciate Abrams.
I really appreciate what he has brought to this program, and he's got some great coaches there as offensive coordinator. Hochstetler has done a great job. Of course, We've had our same defensive coordinator for several years. He's done a great job as well, Coach Ruark. And I know everyone's excited as well with some of these middle school guys coming. The 8th graders that went all the way to the championship last year, a lot of them were out on the field tonight.
And I think these coaches are excited about the fall, too.
Yes, they are.
And, okay. Well, that's going to do it for us here at the Cedartown Memorial Stadium, Doc Ayers Field. Gary,
Good night, Irene.
We want to thank you for being with us tonight. And we hope that you will support the Bulldogs, get your membership to the Bulldog Club, get your reserve parking pass, and your free reserve seat ticket. And it's going to be an exciting season, and we want you to be a part of it. All right, Andrew, why don't you take us home?
We'll do it. Your final score, white team wins it by a score of 23-14 in this Bulldog Brawl preseason scrimmage here at CHS. Hope you have a great rest of your Friday evening and a great weekend, folks. And we'll be with you next time the Dogs play right here on the Big Double A. Have a great evening, folks, and God bless.
W291 TS Cedartown. Your home for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs. AM 1340 and now 106.1 FM WGAA. The Big Double A.